Welcome students. Today we will start the lesson number 10, magnetic fields due to electric current. In the previous standards you have already learned about the bar magnet and its properties and the magnetic field produced by the bar magnet. But apart from this, the magnetic fields also can be produced by using the electric current. Means when the electric current passes through the conducting wire, then around the conducting wire the magnetic fields are produced, and the presence of this field can be detected by using the magnetic needle. You know about the magnetic fields, strong magnetic fields produced by the high tension power lines on the big steel towers. Now this phenomenon was first invented by the scientist Hans Christian Ørsted. He discovered that the magnetic fields produced by the electric current passing through the conducting wire, as shown as in the diagram. Therefore this phenomenon is also known as the magnetic effects of the electric current. Later on, the scientist Henry Gauss, Maxwell, Faraday also studied on the same concept, and they showed the relation between or magnetic fields are the important partner of the electric current. And this study led to the several practical applications in our day-to-day life. For example, in communication system, computers, generators, electric motors, and so on. The direction of the magnetic field produced around the conducting wire, that is the vector quantity, and therefore its direction can be determined by using the right hand rule. Statement of the right hand rule is that imagine that a current carrying wire is grabbed with your right hand with the thumb pointing in the direction of the current, then the curved fingers gives the direction of the magnetic field. Suppose here the current carrying conductor, current passing in the upward direction, now held this conductor in your right hand so that the thumb points in the direction of current, then curl other fingers around the conductor, then these curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field produced around the conductor. Imagine this is the current carrying conductor, current is passing in the upward direction, then held this conductor in your right hand so that thumb points in the direction of current, curl other fingers around the conductor, then these curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field produced around the conductor. Here the current is in upward direction, then the magnetic field produced here in the anti-clockwise direction. Now what will happen when the current is passing in the downward direction? Now hold the conductor in your right hand in this manner so that thumb points in the downward direction in the direction of current, and then curled fingers are in the clockwise direction, that is the magnetic field produced here in the clockwise direction. This is nothing but the right hand rule. Magnetic force. In this article we discuss about the forces exerted by magnetic field and electric field on the moving charge Q. First we'll consider about only the magnetic force, that is vector Fm, acting on the charge. The force due to magnetic field acting on electron having the charge -e and moving with velocity v, -e moving with velocity vector v in external magnetic field B is given by vector Fm is equal to -e into bracket vector v cross vector B. This is equation number 1. Now for the charge Q, moving with velocity v in external magnetic field B, the magnetic force can be written as vector Fm is equal to Q into bracket vector v cross vector B. This is equation number 2. Now what will happen when the charge is moving in presence of only in electric field E? electric field will also apply the force on the charge. Now here we consider that vector Fe, that is the force due to electric field vector E on charge Q, and this force is given by here the vector Fe is equal to Q into vector E. This is equation number 3. Now if both vector E, that is the electric field, and magnetic field B are present, then the net force acting on the charge will be equal to addition of these two forces, that is the force due to magnetic field and force due to electric field, and therefore net force acting on the charge vector F is equal to, we can write vector Fe plus vector Fm. Using equation 3 and equation 2 here, we can write vector F is equal to Q into vector E plus Q into bracket vector V cross vector B. Taking Q common, we can write Q into square bracket vector E plus in the bracket V cross vector B square bracket completed. So this equation gives the net force acting on the charge due to magnetic and electric field. This force is also called as Lorentz force. Here we will derive some consequences of the Lorentz force law. First is that if charge Q moves in a parallel direction to the external magnetic field B, like this, suppose this is the charge Q and moving with velocity V in a particular direction which is parallel to direction of external magnetic field B, means here angle between these two vectors theta will becomes 0 degree. By using the Lorentz force law for the magnetic force acting on the charge, vector Fm is equal to Q into bracket vector V cross vector B. This is equal to Q Vb sine theta into unit vector n cap. Here we have used the definition of the cross product, and here n cap is the unit vector in a direction of vector Fm. Now as the angle theta is equal to 0 degree, this can be written as Q Vb multiplied by sine 0 degree into n cap, and this is equal to 0 since sine 0 is equal to 0. And thus here the magnetic force acting on the charge which is moving in a direction parallel to direction of external magnetic field is always equal to 0. Now second consequence is that if the charge Q is stationary, that is velocity vector V is equal to 0. Now again using the equation vector Fm is equal to Q into bracket vector V cross vector B. This is equal to Q Vb sine theta into n cap. Again here n cap is the unit vector along the direction of vector Fm, that is the magnetic force. Now V is equal to 0 here, and therefore vector Fm or Fm is equal to the magnetic force acting on the charge is equal to 0 in both the cases. Means when the charge is moving in a parallel direction to external magnetic field B, and when the charge is stationary in presence of external magnetic field B, then the magnetic force acting on the given charge is always equal to 0.